All right, guys, so we got to talk about an interesting story out of California that involves a Christian high school football team standing up against madness, right? Trying to protect young girls from getting hurt, okay? As they have refused to play against another football team because it has two girls on the team. Now, this has created a lot of controversy because people are seeing this as gender discrimination, right? They're saying that these boys on this Christian high school football team is discriminating against these girls because they don't want to play against these girls, okay? And I want to talk about this because, you know, again, we live in a world where people are simply lacking common sense. And I'm afraid in a situation like this, kids are going to have to learn the hard way why we have common sense in this world and why men and women should not compete in sports against each other, especially contact sports. A contact sport like football probably is the number one sport that men and women should not compete against each other in. Now, let me remind you guys, just in case you need a reminder here, of what happens when men and women compete against each other in sports.
Men always say how women's soccer sucks. Then come to the field and try with us.
Be nearer 20.
40 love.
Si agita per il rumore appena sentito. Ma servirà ancora una volta uscire.
That's good because it's got the type.
Yeah, and if you guys needed a more specific reminder of what happens when men and women compete against each other in football specifically, here are a couple examples.
Yes. And then they...
Motion!
The guy ran at 50 yards. Get him.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't want to see that happen to a young girl on the football field, right? I don't want to see a woman get absolutely trucked like that, right? I don't want to see that. I really don't, okay? I mean, to me, that looks like domestic violence, right? But hey, some people sign up for this type of stuff, and we're going to read about this. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel and you want to support my channel, you can check out some of my new merch, my donkeypox shirt, the disease that is affecting America, or my hashtag no days off / hard work t-shirts, or even my MAGA Hub shirts. I have new merch. If you guys would like to support, you can get them at gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's get into this. As this girl right here, right, is one of two girls who is signing up to play a man's game, right? However, the young men are not going along with this lunacy here. The 9-game 2022 football schedule for a San Luis Obispo County high school was suddenly whittled down to 8 games last week when its opponent, a Christian academy in Santa Maria, announced it was refusing to play. Why? Because the Broncos have two girls on the team, Emily Reed and Andrea Aguilar. Hence, Valley Christian Academy in southern Santa Maria said that rather than clashing on the gridiron on October 29th with a Coast Union team that has females suited up, it will accept a forfeit. Quote, I'm upset with VCA's decision, especially because Emily and Andrea are being singled out for their gender, Bronco head coach Andrew Crosby said in an email. Quote, it's not fair, he continued, and I hope that because of the support of their families, the team, and the community, that they can have confidence that we support them. Well, you know, I don't think it's fair to force a young man to make the decision of having to, commit an act of violence against a young woman on a football field, right? I feel like you can say that the unfairness goes both ways here, okay? Because they don't belong on the football field. They shouldn't be on the football field. And the fact that you're allowing them on the team, to me, I think is really ridiculous, okay? But hey, there is an argument here that I, kind of subscribe to just a little bit, that if this is what they want to sign up for, hey, let them do it, right? Let them do it. But show no mercy, right? Don't go soft on them. Don't go easy on them. Nope, if they want to play a man's game, they got to suffer man's consequences, okay? I kind of see it both ways, even though I would prefer for them not to play. The same reason I don't want a biological man competing against biological women in sports when it comes to the transgender conversation, okay? I just don't think this should be allowed, period, okay? I really don't. Crosby emphasized that the team would not consider either of them sitting out. They are part of our team and will suit up for every game. It's difficult because you want to explain to them that it's not their fault. The VCA decision, an apparent violation of Title IX, the federal law that prohibits discrimination in sports based on gender, appears to also violate the California Interscholastic Federation rules that schools must adhere to and comply with Title IX. Wow. Legal action against a VCA. It's not the first time Valley Christian Academy has refused to play a team with a girl on the roster. A lawsuit was filed against VCA in 2021 by the parent of a female player on Cuyama Valley High School football because VCA would not play Cuyama Valley while her daughter was on the team. Guys, imagine a parent, a mother at that, suing a school because the school won't let her daughter be subjected to domestic violence, right? This is some mom type stuff. This is definitely something a woman would co-sign. Yeah, women are strong too. Women can be just like men, right? A father, on the other hand, would be like, nah, right? You don't need to play football, right? Let's, sign you up for the cheerleading squad, okay? You can play girls basketball, girls soccer. Nah, you don't need to be on the football team. This type of lunacy is only signed on to by women, of course, okay? Just like we see a lot of these kids, that are into, this gender ideology, they're being raised by their mothers, right? Their fathers are not in their lives. Their mothers are the ones that are pushing this stuff on them. Some of these parents should not be parents. They really shouldn't. The lawsuit alleges violations of state and federal civil rights laws and intentional infliction of emotional distress, according to an article published in the Santa Maria Times, which updated the story in 2022. The plaintiff is also seeking a jury trial and, quote, unspecified damages or losses of education and career opportunities, reputation, well-being, and attorney's fees. All right, so I don't understand the loss of education thing. I don't understand the loss of career opportunities. The reputation part of it, I'm not so sure. Well-being, I think this is actually protecting your well-being, right? This discrimination here, not, hey, honestly, I kind of agree with, it's protecting your daughter's well-being, okay? And the attorney's fees thing, I mean, look, I think that this lawsuit is kind of ridiculous, right? Again, I don't understand as a parent, why would you sue so that your daughter can sign up to play football, right? To be in a locker room with boys, right? If that's the case, who knows? Who knows if that's what they're doing? They could be so woke that's what they're doing. But why would you sign up for them to be on the football field with boys? Why would you sign up them to be subjected to that type of abuse? I don't understand. I don't get it. Moreover, the suit seeks an injunction that would prevent VCA from discriminating against high school students based on gender, according to the article in the Santa Maria Times. There has not been a resolution to Cuyama Valley's legal challenge as of the publisher of this story. The legal action also takes on the First Baptist Church of Santa Maria, which includes VCA as part of its parish. A phone call to Joel Mickelson, the lead pastor and school superintendent for VCA, seeking comment on VCA's decision not to play Coach Union was not immediately returned. But in a letter to Cuyama Valley High School, quoted in the Santa Maria Times, Mickelson said, quote, football is a violent game and we understand the value of such in training our young men within the boundaries of an organized sport. Facts, right? And you don't want to train young men to hit women, okay? You don't want to train them to commit acts of violence against women. And I think that's what this guy is getting at here. Citing passages from the Bible, Mickelson added that VCA means, quote, no ill will towards Cuyama Valley High School or any of its students or their families. VCA has been one of Coast Union's traditional adversaries in the Coast Valley League. Year after year, the league championship of baseball and football often comes down to the final game between the Lions and Broncos. In regards to the girls on Coast team, offensive coordinator Charlie Cassell said, quote, Emily and Andrea are definitely team players, and if the opportunity comes up, they will be in the game. Both have great attitudes and are a big part of our team, a.k.a. they ride the bench, a.k.a. they not going to see the field unless it's garbage time, right? They skunking the other team and they putting all the backups in there. That's when these girls will see the field, right? This is one of the girls here, Miss Emily Reed, who's on the team, okay? Look like she got extra padding on, or she got some weird hip action going on here. But she thinks she gonna go out there and compete with men, right? She thinks she can get some playing time. She ain't getting no playing time, bruh. She ain't getting no playing time, right? We all know what's up with this, okay? But with that being said, shout out to this Christian high school for standing up for their beliefs, man. Because I understand what the law is, but that doesn't necessarily mean the law is always right, okay? Sometimes there should be some discrimination because of common sense, right? We definitely should not be allowing women to compete against boys in contact sports, especially contact sports like football. Right? It's the same thing when it comes to the whole transgender stuff, right? It's the same reasoning, same logic. Men and women are different. They shouldn't be competing against each other in sports, right? I don't want biological women or biological men, competing against the opposite sex in sports, period. Whether it comes to the trans issue, whether it comes to this issue right here that doesn't involve transgender kids, same thing. Same thing. I don't want to see it because I don't want these young women to get hurt because they're naive and that they don't really know what they're doing, right? I don't want that to happen. I really don't. But hey, you got some people out there that insist that this is okay. This is what they should be doing. And to that, I say, all right, cool. Have it your way. But show no mercy, right? When you're out there on the football field, show no mercy, okay? They want to sign up. You want to play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.